So in the same way as we've done before, we don't want to do is we want to minimize the amount of manual calculating and use toolkits that are available to us. So Excel has statistical tools which we've already used in the analysis tool pack. So we're going to run a t-test called the two-sample for unequal variances test. Now if you look, that's in the data analysis tool pack which you've already installed in Excel. Now it's just important to note here that I'm using the two-sample assuming unequal variances because assuming it actually means not knowing anything about the variance of this population. So it has less assumptions. We could also use the t-test assuming equal variances because the variances between these two rat groups is not that different. So you get the same result either way. But this test has less assumptions, so it's more robust. So when we pop up that tool pack kit, you get a dialog box, and we want to just simply pick in the Excel, range 1 is the flight data and range 2 is the control data, and we always set the hypothesized mean difference to just type in a 0, and then we select the cell for the output range, and we get the output from this data analysis tool. You should get a set of different outputs. It'll give you things like the mean, the variance, the degrees of freedom, but most importantly, it'll give you two variables. One is the t-stat, which should be 1.437, and it'll also give you the probability, because what we did in the last case was we calculated the t-stat and then we went to a t-table to calculate the probability, whereas the Excel tool does both. It gets you the t-stat and then it gives you the probability. And the probability for a two-tailed result should be somewhere between 0.1 and 0.2. So try that out in the assignment. So the next exercise will practice the same task again, but this time we'll use a template. Here we have a familiar data set, restaurants in city and suburban areas. We see the prices for them. And we want to work out whether there's a significant difference between the city restaurant prices and the suburban restaurant prices. But this time, instead of using Excel's toolpack, we'll use a template. And this way we get to slot in things and get used to automatically generating statistical results. So you can see this template provides you with a layout. So we fill out the data for the yellow box for the first population city. Then in the second box, we fill out the data we compute using Excel formulas, the suburban data. And then all the calculations will work through to get the t-test. So the important thing is we get the t-test statistic here on row 22. And then we get the p-value, the probability on row 27. And then in row 28, we actually get, using an if statement, we get the answer reject or accept the null hypothesis. And the p-value is calculated using an Excel function, which is the t-distribution two-tailed test function. So you can try that out with this exercise data provided in that exercise.